It is Chris. It is Friday, May 10th, which is a very special day. Let me explain. On May 10th, 2003, this guy got married. That's right. And I am still married to an amazing woman. So this is my 21st wedding anniversary. And what am I going to do? Well, we're going to go out to lunch. And what does that mean for you? It means no live stream. But you are getting this video. Okay, so let's get out of the way. So I wanted to do something that I thought would interest people going into the weekend. Donald Trump's one big decision between now and the election is who he's going to make as his VP, right? Obviously, he chose Mike Pence last time. Didn't work out so well. People were chanting, hang Mike Pence on January 6, 2021. Not really sure why anyone would want the job given that, but there are plenty of people who want the job. I'm going to go through my top six, okay, from 6 to 1. That's my drum roll. Here we go at number 6. Marco Rubio, the senator from Florida. Now, Rubio is young. He's 52. That's young in politics. He's Hispanic. He has converted to the Trump side of things. Remember, he was a huge Trump critic and now is all in on Trump. So he makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways. The problem is that there's a part of the Constitution that says you cannot have a presidential nominee and a vice presidential nominee from the same state. And if you do have that, then you sacrifice that state's electoral votes. Donald Trump ain't sacrificing Florida's electoral votes, right? It's going to be a close election. He's not doing that. So if he picks Rubio, either there's a legal fight over whether you can do this or not, because it really hasn't been tested, or Rubio has to move out of the state. I don't see Rubio moving out of the state for this, right? He's going to give up his Senate seat for this? I don't think so. So on paper, he'd be higher ranked, but I just don't see it happening, so he's 6 for me. Okay, at 5, Tulsi Gabbard. Now, most people don't know who Tulsi Gabbard is, unless you watch a lot of Fox News. So she was elected as a Democrat from Hawaii, and she spent, I think, 5 or 6 terms in the House representing Hawaii as a Democrat. She ran for president as a Democrat, but then has gone through a transformation in which she has sort of very publicly left the Democratic Party, became a very well-known and well-liked, at least on the right, voice. She wrote a book that's just coming out, a memoir about why she left the party. She's good on TV. She's young. I think all those things appeal to Trump, particularly the leaving the Democratic Party. So keep her in the mix, but I don't think she's getting it, but in the mix. At number 4, Doug Burgum, who you almost certainly have not heard of. So Doug Burgum is the governor of one of our 50 states, North Dakota, and he has been for quite a while now. He's also very wealthy. He's a billionaire. He started a software company out there. And breaking news, he actually ran for president in 2024. Now, you probably didn't know that because he never had a chance. In fact, the one thing that Doug Burgum got national press attention for was before one of the debates, it might have been the first debate, he tore his Achilles tendon playing pickup basketball. That's where he got most of his attention. But Trump likes him in that he's never going to outshine Trump, which is important. He's kind of a, Midwestern governor. Is North Dakota the Midwest? That's a whole other video. He is sort of steady, conservative. He's wealthy. Trump likes that. Trump likes being around other rich people. My issue there is Burgum is a little bit boring, right? Steady can be boring. And does he bring anything to the ticket? Doesn't Trump need anything brought to the ticket? So he's my 4. At number 3 is J.D. Vance, the senator from Ohio. So most people know Vance because he wrote a book called Hillbilly Elegy about his life growing up in rural Ohio. He was elected to the Senate in 2022, got Trump's endorsement in the primary, very much has been supportive of the Trump agenda. He is young. I think he's not even 50 yet. Very much a populist like Trump is from the Midwest, right? We think that Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania are going to be absolutely critical to see who wins the election. Does J.D. Vance have a voice there that kind of resonates? Here's one other interesting X factor. J.D. Vance and Donald Trump Jr., the former president's oldest son, are very close friends. And I think Donald Trump Jr. is one of the very few people who have any influence over his dad and what his dad does. I don't know how much, but at least some. So factor that in. At number 2, I have Elise Stefanik from New York. Now, she's a member of Congress. She's a member of the Republican leadership. She's gone kind of quiet lately, but if you remember, she is the one who led the Republican questioning of the 3 college presidents that led to 2 of them being fired for failure to condemn anti-Semitism on campus. Trump loved that. It got a massive amount of attention. He loves that kind of stuff, the confrontation with elites, the media attention. Stefanik is, again, much younger, a generation younger than Trump. That will appeal to him. She is a woman. I think that will appeal as he tries to balance the ticket out. The only issue is, she is a House member. Is that big enough, quote unquote, a big enough role, even though she's in House Republican leadership, is that a big enough role for Trump? I don't know that. And at number 1, and to me, there's a big gap between 2, 3, and 4, and 1, right? I think this is by far Trump's top choice. Tim Scott, the senator from South Carolina. Okay. The knock against Scott is that he makes too much sense politically, and Trump rarely does things that make sense politically. So Scott is African-American. He's the first African-American senator elected in the South since Reconstruction. Big deal. He has an amazing story, raised by a single mom, gets elected to the House, gets elected to the Senate. I mean, a remarkable story. He is kind, comes across as kind, calm and kind demeanor. Direct contrast to Trump, obviously. Very religious, pretty charismatic. I just think it makes a ton of sense. Trump needs to expand the coalition for Republicans beyond white guys. Putting Tim Scott on the ticket isn't going to solve the problems the African-American community has with Trump, but it might help. And he doesn't need to win 80% of the black vote. He needs to win, 18%, 20%. So I think Tim Scott makes the most sense. So to recap, number 6, Rubio. Number 5, Tulsi Gabbard. Number 4, Doug Burgum. Number 3, J.D. Vance. Number 2, Elise Stefanik. And numero uno, Tim Scott. Those are my listings right now of who Trump's going to pick. Now, there are about 62, 63 days before the Republican National Convention opens in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Trump won't make a pick until a few days before that, so we've got some time. So I'll probably make another video or 2 updating my picks. But for now, that's where I stand. All right, I'm going to go enjoy my anniversary. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. And I may try to sneak in a live stream early next week, like Monday or Tuesday. So look for that in addition to the daily videos. Again, subscribe, like this video, tell 5 friends. Everybody take care.